Let's perform a conceptual forensic audit. I'm not here to sell you end times sensationalism. I want to apply standard systemic diagnostics to our current geopolitical and orbital data. Let's operate under a hypothetical parameter. What if the biblical narrative of Daniel's 70th week, the final 7 years, is not symbolism, but coded hyperhistory with a precision arrival date? To run this simulation, we need a mathematical fixed variable. We have one. Friday, April 13th, 2029. On that date, the asteroid 99,942 Apophis, named after the Egyptian chaos serpent, makes its closest historical approach to Earth. Consensus says it's a near miss. But what if a small kinetic perturbation from the 2026 Xanthus encounter nudges it into an impact keyhole? What if April 13th, 2029 is the biblical midpoint, the start of the Great Tribulation? If we accept April 13th, 2029 as the abomination of desolation trigger, the prophetic math forces us to look backward. The final week is 2,520 days, perfectly divided into two 1,260-day cycles. Let's calculate backward from Apophis. April 13th, 2029 minus 1,260 days lands precisely on October 13th, 2025. The simulation now demands validation. Did anything occur in October 2025 that functions as a covenant with many? In the raw data of history, on October 13th, 2025, the Trump Declaration for Enduring Peace was signed, establishing the Board of Peace, a new multilateral security and economic framework for the Middle East. What if that document was the start bolt for the final 7-year countdown? This brings us to the operational necessity of a leader, the systemic integrator. The prophecy requires a figure who strengthens this covenant, is identified with a healed deadly wound, and possesses a global mouthpiece. What if the visual signature of July 13th, 2024, the healed ear wound on the architect of that October 2025 covenant, was the required forensic identification marker? What if the populist information injection we see globally is the system prepping for a single manager? We are currently, as of March 2026, 150 days into this hypothetical first half. We are seeing Operation Epic Fury dismantling the old Persian resistance. We are watching the Board of Peace stabilizing the resulting oil crisis by fast-tracking the biometric ISO 20022 digital credit system. What if this current peace and safety is the deceptive phase transition? We are watching the stage being set for the reinstatement of the daily sacrifice in Jerusalem before 2027. Now, look forward. What if we enter 2029, and the world's standard case for Jesus' historical proof law resolution anecdotes is suddenly replaced by the quantum signature of wrath? The approach of Apophis in early 2029 is a physical realization of Luke 21:26. Men's hearts failing them for fear and the expectation of those things which are coming on the earth. That fear, that ultimate geopolitical instability, provides the emergency powers mechanism. What if, upon the asteroid's passage or impact on April 13th, 2029, the leader, empowered by global chaos, enters the rebuilt temple, breaks the covenant, and declares himself the ultimate biological ordering principle? This is the abomination. This is the trigger for the dimensional extraction, the rapture of the ordered consciousness. This initiates the final 1,260 days of the Great Tribulation. The environment collapses. The mark goes mandatory for resources. The math maps this final sequence to a logical conclusion around September, October 2032, aligning precisely with the Feast of Tabernacles. I am not telling you this is happening. I am showing you that the data orbital mechanics, UN resolutions, digital finance standards, and political timelines aligns with the ancient script with a mathematical precision that defies standard statistical probability. This isn't about faith. It's about interdisciplinary rigor. It's not a prediction, it's an audit. What if the simulation is already running? The next sign. Watch for the red heifer sacrifice, or the laying of the cornerstone for the Third Temple in Jerusalem before the end of 2026. This will be the proof of concept for the Covenant.